Usually when you become insecure about something, it's because of how someone has treated you in the past. Maybe you are used to being hurt by people in the past. You always go through bad relationships. Everyone you get with, they cheat on you. So this forms an insecurity as well. You may begin to down yourself and think that you aren't as handsome or aren't as beautiful, all because you are done wrong by other people in the past. That forms a major insecurity. If you find yourself feeling insecure due to whatever it is someone has done to you in the past, forgive and let go. Stop comparing yourself to people who may have something that you don't have, because let me tell you something, 9 times out of 10, whether you can see it or not, you have something that they don't have. Everyone in this world has something that the next person do not have. Hey y'all, it's Tanala, and today we will be talking about overcoming insecurities. So, I know that insecurities is something that everyone has. Do not ever let nobody lie to you and tell you that they don't have no insecurities. Everyone has insecurities, okay? You may not be able to tell that someone has insecurities because A, they may be good at hiding it, or B, they have already accepted it, so they already know how to deal with it. It does not really bother them anymore. So I'm going to tell you how to overcome them and basically how to accept it. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. But first thing first, with overcoming insecurities and learning how to accept it. This is something I emphasize a lot in mainly all of my videos. Every time I'm giving advice on how to overcome something or how to deal with something, I always emphasize prayer, because for me, I feel like I cannot do anything or overcome anything without God and without prayer. But I am not the type to force spirituality on anybody, okay? So if you are not the type who usually pray or you just are not spiritual at all, that's completely fine, okay? The next few tips I'm going to give, it'll pertain to you even more. But if you are a spiritual person, please pray about it. Pray and ask God to help you to find the strength in overcoming those insecurities. Ask Him to provide you with all of the resources that you need to overcome them, okay? Different coping mechanisms that pertain to whatever you go through. It just happens to just fall into your face, and that ain't nothing but God. I don't care what nobody say. You may be going through something, you run across a post that's telling you that everything gonna be okay, or you run across a video, this video, okay, telling you that everything is gonna be okay, and to just leave it in God's hands, okay? Just leave it in His hands. So yeah, prayer. I always emphasize prayer. The next thing, writing it down, okay? I always emphasize that too. Make sure you have a journal. I don't care how old you are. I feel like everyone needs a journal, okay? Don't let nobody read it. Your journal is just for you. So if you want to, you could just literally hide the journal if you want, okay? If you are in the house with a lot of other people, just hide the journal, because that journal is going to be your privacy. So if you are not a spiritual person, you can literally get a journal. But if you are spiritual, I recommend you get a journal as well, okay? So get a journal. List out all of those insecurities, everything that you're insecure about, everything that's bothering you. List it all out, okay? You need to see it. You need to write it down. You need to be able to see it on paper. And that leads me to the next one: admitting and acknowledging your insecurities. Okay, when you writing it down, you are already admitting and acknowledging it right there. You see how easy that is? Just writing down everything that you're insecure about. That's admitting, that's acknowledging right there. It's simple, okay? But I also recommend, when you acknowledge your insecurities, I also recommend you speak them out loud, okay? Nobody don't have to be around you. See, when I speak out loud, I'm talking to God. But if you are not a spiritual person, that's fine. You can just speak it out loud and just acknowledge it. Whatever you're insecure about, just say it out loud. I'm insecure about blank. I'm insecure about this. I'm insecure about that. Just say it out loud and watch how you feel this sort of relief. And y'all may feel a little weird at first just speaking about the things that's bothering you and the things that you aren't comfortable with about yourself, but you feel a sense of relief when you do it. So that's another way to overcome and cope with your insecurities. Next, overcoming insecurities. Do not down yourself for other people's actions. See, I'm going to go a little bit into detail about this. I'm going to tell you what I mean. Usually when you become insecure about something, it's because of how someone has treated you in the past. Maybe you are used to being hurt by people in the past. You always go through bad relationships. Everyone you get with, they cheat on you. So this forms an insecurity as well. You may begin to down yourself and think that you aren't as handsome or aren't as beautiful, all because you are done wrong by other people in the past. That forms a major insecurity. Let me tell you something. Just because someone has done you wrong, do not down yourself for what they did, okay? Do not allow that to form any type of insecurity. Their actions does not have anything to do with you. And what you need to do, first of all, what you need to do is just forgive them. If you have came to the realization that most of your insecurities come from how people have done you in the past, the first thing you need to do is just forgive. You do not have to reach out to them and try to seek closure. You do not have to reach out to them and let them know that you forgive them. No, you don't have to do that. What you do is, if you are a spiritual person, go to God, ask God to help you find it in your heart to forgive. Ask Him to help you walk through the steps in forgiving everyone in your life who has done you wrong. If you are not spiritual, there's other ways to forgive. Basically, just let it go, okay? If you are spiritual, you need to let it go too. That's the major part of forgiveness. If you find yourself feeling insecure due to whatever it is someone has done to you in the past, forgive and let go. Do not keep down on yourself about something that they have done to you. Next, how to overcome insecurities. Do not compare yourself. A lot of insecurities come from you comparing yourself to the next person. Stop comparing yourself to people who may have something that you don't have, because let me tell you something, 9 times out of 10, whether you can see it or not, you have something that they don't have. Everyone in this world has something that the next person do not have. See, I know a lot of people may form body insecurities, okay? They're too busy comparing themselves to the next woman, to that woman who has a Coke bottle shape, or men. You're too busy comparing yourself to buffer men. Stop comparing yourself, okay? You are forming a huge insecurity by doing that. If you have a body insecurity, I want you to know that it is completely fine not to have a perfect body. They may even be looking at you and wishing that they had your body. You never know. I also want to say this. If everyone in this world lived up to society's standards when it came to having this perfect body, the world would be boring, okay? The world would be so boring if everyone out here looked the same. And I promise you, if everyone in this world looked the same, there will still be at least one person out there who is seeking someone who looks different. If you're insecure about your body, there is someone out there who will accept you for who you are. But first of all, you have to accept yourself first. Accept yourself. And if you are looking for a relationship or whatever, there is someone out there who will accept you for exactly how you are. It seems as if everyone wants something that they don't have. That leads me to the next one. If you have an insecurity about something, fix it, okay? If you can't fix it, then just accept it. There is a way to fix almost everything in this world nowadays. If you have insecurities due to things that happened to you in the past, fix it, okay? It's a way to fix it. And that is by acknowledging it and forgiving those people and letting go. Like completely letting go. If you have insecurities about your appearance or about your body, it's a way to fix it. You can go to the gym with Overcoming insecurities is just accepting it, okay? You have to accept it for what it is. Accept your appearance. Accept whatever it is you're insecure about, okay? And just know that those things that you're insecure about, there are people out there who is seeking those same things. Believe it or not, there is always somebody out there who wants something that you may be insecure about. Knowing that your insecurities make you unique will also help you to accept it. They make you different from everyone else. Okay, next, I also must say this. Most of the time, you are not insecure about something until other people point it out. Most of the time, you don't realize certain things about yourself until other people point it out and maybe tease you about it. If people are constantly pointing out something about your appearance that you cannot change, honestly, it's a reflection of themselves. If they are pointing out something about you that you didn't even notice, it's all because it is a reflection of them. That very thing is something that they noticed about themselves, and they are currently battling with it. Therefore, it becomes easier for them to point out the same thing on you. That's their insecurity. That's why it's so easy for them to point out that you have it. Okay, and when people do things like that, when they try to point out something on you that you didn't even realize, you need to either put them in their place or you need to just brush it off. Do not allow anyone to make you form an insecurity over something that you cannot even change. They can't change it about you, and you can't change it either. Okay, lastly, overcoming insecurities. You basically need to realize that everyone has them. I already kind of mentioned this before. Just come to the realization that everyone has them, no matter how perfect they may appear on the outside. Just know that you are not alone. You are not the only one in this world who has something about themselves that they don't really like. Just make sure you acknowledge it and do not let it eat you up. Do not let your insecurity outweigh who you are. Pray about it, write it down, and just accept it, okay? Love who you are on the inside and out. You are beautiful. Thank you all so much for watching. I love y'all so much. Be sure to like this video, because when you like this video, it reaches other people and allow other people to be able to see this content as well. Be sure to subscribe and turn the post notifications bell on so that you will get a notification every time that I post a video. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all. Bye.